What it is, what's up, using stock laptop camera in the cut. This is very low quality. I'm literally wearing a robe. I have this fucking do-rag on, watching Tar, the Kate Blanchett movie. Um, and I just saw a comment in one of my group meetings that just it was entertaining to me. And he's basically just saying that he didn't feel like the committee basically awards or nominates movies that Americans actually see because he doesn't remember a single movie that basically a single movie that he's watched has ever won an award, which I thought was an interesting point. More so because I think it says something about him, the type of movies that he sees, but also I think that it is interesting to say that basically there is a wider gap between what the committee is interested in awarding and what Americans are starting to actually watch. More so now than ever before, I would think. Mainly because a lot of movies that are, I think, prototypical art are decreasingly seeing themselves even in theaters, much less having really successful runs. One thing about Bill Simmons' podcast is that, and this is Bill Simmons, the sports writer and all that. He does a good job of bringing people that know a lot about stuff that they know about, and a lot of the people he brings in for just basically movie discussion. Uh, they basically have just pretty much plain text said that there are certain things that the committee wants to award and certain things they don't want reward and certain things they don't want to reward. Angela Bassett is the first, I believe, the first actress. I don't know if it's actress and actor, but first actress to receive a nomination for a Marvel movie. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that was the anecdote that was provided. If that's the case, I mean that's the most successful movie franchise of all time, which nothing else like that exists. Other than DC and now there's now more of them, I guess, but ones that have lasted for you know almost 20 years don't tend to come out too often. But the point being, um, yeah, basically the most successful movie franchise of all time, uh, basically has been shunned by the committee, outwardly shunned by the committee. I mean, if you are saying that one actress out of 20 movies, 25 movies has been given a nomination, you're saying that you don't want their type of actor or actress there. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong or right. There are biases and there's also standards that have to be upheld. This is important to be aware that these award shows are basically going against precedents that have been set for decades and decades. That's the same problem with the Grammys, pretty much, is that now the Grammy committee is now basically having to wrestle with the fact that the genres that used to win are basically dead. Traditional American rock, I guess now we would consider dad rock. Rock as a whole pretty much is dead. And even pop music is now more black genre derivative than ever before. So trying to wrestle with basically acts that normally would not win, would even be nominated for certain categories, they're now basically traipsing upon said dividers for categories and really just breaking the mold. And that's something they're wrestling with. And I would say to another extent with the Academy Awards, they're at this point now having to try to figure out how to basically ignore a large part of movies that they would normally have not ignored. Like I think that there was a point in time where there was some kind of Venn diagram between just commercial success, commercial impact, and also just favorability amongst critics, more artsy individuals. Like there's at least some acquiescence that was given, and those acquiescences do not exist anymore for a lot of the more successful movies in the game. So with that being the case now, yes, I don't believe the movies that most Americans will go out and watch are just not going to be the movies that are considered for much of anything. And What is that more of an indictment on? Is it of the type of movies that are successful? Is it on the current movie goer that we now have? To the death of the haters, I don't know, but I'm not trying to really go into that at this point. I mean, that could be his whole other video that I could probably do. But what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to take what is essentially the last, let's say, 5 years, because that includes basically the 2018 successes, Black Panther and Infinity War. I'm going to do the last 5 years. I'm just going to see out of the last 5 years of movies from Marvel, which ones would legitimately or should legitimately deserve some kind of Academy Award consideration. So I'm going to look at every Academy Award category. I'm looking at just the website they currently have and the nominees they have for each category. And I'm just going to just think over myself, like which ones would. It'd probably be more worthwhile because I know they've gotten like Best Picture or not Best Picture, but VFX score, all that stuff. It's probably more worthwhile to look like the Best Picture ones, the individual actors or actor like directors type flicks. But we'll just make this quicker. We'll go through those ones, and then if I feel like I'm lacking in content, I'll maybe circle back around. I'm also gonna hit this one like no edits. I'm gonna try to do no edits here. So let me first off start with reading the 2018 and on releases. Infinity War, Ant Man and the Wasp, Ant Man 2 basically. Uh, Black Panther came out in 2017. Oh yeah, it did come out in 2017. It was just in theaters for like 5 6 months. It got an insane theatrical run, but it did come out in late 2017, didn't it? I forgot about that. I watched it in February 2018, which was like way after I think the kind of initial shock wave of that movie was created. So Captain Marvel, 2019 now. Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, basically December 2019. 2021, nothing dropped in 2020, movie-wise for Marvel. Black Widow, 2021. Shang-Chi, Eternals. I have not watched those two. Those are the only two I haven't watched. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. Now we're in 2022. Thor: Love and Thunder, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This list does not include Black Panther 2, does it? No, it does not. For some reason, this list does not include Black Panther 2. I'm not sure why. Okay. I can't think of any other relevant movies that are not in this list other than Black Panther 2, but it does not include Black Panther 2. So I'll just make sure to make a note that Black Panther 2 also came out in 2022. Okay, so off rip, I can already tell it's gonna be pretty easy. All right, so let's start with actor, and I'm also gonna like look at this in a vacuum. I don't know who was nominated for best actor in a leading role back in 2017 or 2018 or whatever. I'm just gonna look at this in a vacuum, and just say like how I feel about the performances in these movies. So actor in a leading role. All right. As far as noms, let's see. Uh, if you take out Black Panther, this becomes a lot easier. Um, Pretty much the lead in Infinity War had to be Stark, I would guess, or Robert Downey Jr. Um, Tom Holland as Spider Man. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not actually saying any kind of names here. Um, yeah, I don't. All I can even think of is Stark and Robert Downey Jr. in Infinity War. Well, the problem with Infinity War and Endgame is that those are like two movies. There's a lot of problems with those for like best or leading actor, actress, and nominations. There's a ton of problems, difficulties. But like Robert Downey Jr.'s performance in those two movies combined, maybe worth a nom. But like the RDJ in one and RDJ in two would probably deserve it more than the one in one. If I was going to say anybody would, I would say RDJ in Endgame, but I'm gonna say no. I don't think that outside of the closest one would be T'Challa in 2017, Chadwick Boseman, but that doesn't count in our constraints here. So yeah, I don't see a single leading actor in those 9 or 10 movies. Actors in a supporting role. Okay. Whew, wow. Let's see. In a supporting role, Far From Home, Shang-Chi, Eternals, No Way Home. No Way Home. The supporting actors there are Doc Ock, um, the Spideys, um, Green Goblin. That's the best one to me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that's the best one. You kind of because like none of them like are like I think the problem with more movies is like there's so much screen time shared too. Like I think all of those were excellent like jobs. I felt like all four of them really, but Infinity War. I mean, who am I putting like Thor? Like who am I putting like who's the supporting actor there? I guess Thor. Thor. I don't remember. Well, yeah, Captain America. I mean, he had some nice flicks. This was before. I'm thinking about Endgame and it went back in time. And as far as one, I don't remember Marvel doing Captain Marvel, Captain America doing that much in one. I'm trying to think, but like I don't. That's just so much of a Tony Stark movie. I feel like. Um, yeah, I don't. I'm blinking. I mean, Thor maybe. But that's not nom worthy. That's just like he's probably the best supporting actor in that movie. Um, and if I'm just going through the rest of these, it's not even like unless Shang Chi is like a masterclass in acting. I don't. I feel pretty comfortable saying none of these deserve that nomination. Um, let's see, actress in a leading role. So actress in a leading role. That's tough because of itself. The only options there are Captain Marvel. I think theoretically Ant Man and the Wasp would count. No, I don't. I don't think that Evangeline Lilly is a leading actress. I mean, I know she is literally like her character, like the second part of that movie title, but like I don't think I consider her. This is, no, no, I can't do that. I guess she might be a leading actress, but I'm not gonna consider her like at all. Um, so Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Eternals, I guess, which I haven't watched, but who gives a fuck about Eternals? Um, Thor: Love and Thunder, chick with the mole. I forgot her name. Wait, no, that's I'm thinking like my Doctor Strange. That's a chick with the mole. The one in fucking Thor is a really amazing actress, but I don't remember what. I don't think she's just a leading act. Like when I think of leading actress, I think like this is her movie. Like that's what I think of when I say leading actress. So like Captain Marvel, um, like if you think about Angela Bassett, like the first like 75% of Black Panther 2, that's pretty much I feel like what I blank on her name, but the woman in Thor: Love and Thunder, um, her Angela Bassett does even more I think than the chick that is the romantic love interest in Doctor Strange. Uh, so I mean I feel like those latter two are and even Ant Man and the Wasp like I thought the mom did a good job. I don't know every actress's name. I thought the mom did a good job. Eventually, Lily just didn't do anything at all. Um, the girl, Catherine Newton, I mean, she's you know. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, Captain Marvel, Adventures in Game, and Black Panther 2, leading actress. None of them. Not a single fucking one of them. Dude. I'm not giving Brie Larson a nom for anything outside of no, no. No. And then Black Widow. I didn't watch Black Widow, but I forgot that I even like listed Black Widow to say I didn't watch Black Widow. Those 2021 movies were fucking terrible. Like those should not even came out. Shang Chi was cool from what I've seen from that. I need to watch it one day. No Way Home was obviously No Way Home. I mean, fucking you gotta love that one. But like in terms of Black Widow, it shouldn't even come out. Like those movies shouldn't even existed. Son, you had Rob Stark and fucking Jon Snow in a movie, and that shit was the worst movie since until some of these latter ones came out in 2022 and 2023. And people are just like basically tired of Marvel movies now. It didn't have that fatigue factor. That shit was just a bad movie on itself. It was not fatigue. It was a bad fucking movie to go on to watch. Eternals is bad. You had Rob fucking Stark and fucking Jon Snow. That's crazy. Man. You had three sets of the two sets of the Stark children, and your shit flopped. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. So yeah, no leading actress noms in my opinion. Let's see. Actress in supporting role, yeah. So Angela Bassett, who literally is getting a nom, I feel like that's cheap, but that's obviously the best one by fucking. It's not even close. There's no one else in a lead in a supporting actress nom for a Marvel movie in the last 5 years that's even close to Angela Bassett. Um, just looking through the options because I gotta be transparent here. I thought the romantic interest in Love and Thunder, I thought she was really good. I enjoyed her actually, but I wouldn't give her a nom for that. Same thing with Doctor Strange. Actually, I would say I'd give. I can't believe I can't remember her name. I'd give her in Love and Thunder like a. I'd say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I feel good with that. I'd give her in Multiverse of Madness a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Yeah, I mean nothing crazy. It's not a role that like asked for a lot. I thought the Thor one actually asked for a lot more from the supporting actress there, which is weird because that's considered like the far worst movie, which I consider the far worst movie too. I can't talk right now because I'm trying to think of a lot of things. Eternals, I don't know. Let's just move on past that. Too. I'm not coming back to Eternals. Black Widow, Florence Pugh. Shout out to Florence Pugh. Um, Fuck Midsommar. I hate Midsommar so much. That movie should not be regarded the way it is. I'm exposing myself right now to y'all because Midsommar is a art horror love interest of itself, and I fucking hate that movie. Um, Captain Marvel. I think the only supporting actress would be the black woman in that movie. Was she in that movie? Yeah. Yeah, she was flying a car or flying a plane. Flying a car. Flying a plane. No, no, no. Infinity War. There's no. It's not an option. Like, who am I? Black Widow. Actually, Black Widow in Endgame. I'd give her a 7. Give her a 7. You know. So no, Angela Bassett's the only one I can think of to where I'd give her a no. We're going for what 17 minutes. I'm just gonna scroll through the rest of them. So animated feature film, cinematography, costume design, directing, documentary feature film, documentary short film, film editing, international feature film, makeup, music original score, music original song, best picture, excuse me, production design, short film live action, sound, visual effects, writing, adapted screenplay, and writing original screenplay. So I'm just gonna look at these and then just in my head think what I would like. I'm not gonna bother going through all the list again, all this stuff. I'm just gonna pick the ones that are relevant here. Cinematography, like that's like basically shots, right? Like basically, like, literally just like kind of how you're depicting it, like which tar like it sells in that like cinematography, right? Um, I think you just kind of blend together when it comes to Marvel movies as far as cinematography goes, especially like these latter Marvel movies. Maybe if we're talking like 2011, like where it's more like just kind of hand to hand stuff, less CGI, less massive budget. Maybe we're talking about something else entirely. But as far as these latter movies, I mean, what do we? If we're like excluding visual effects, which I think some people might summarize that just off of first thought, oh, it's cinematography, so it's kind of like kind of how you're taking shots or something. But no, like visual effects is its own thing. Um, I don't know which one I would have for like just best shots, basically outside of virtual effects in the last. You know, I think Black Panther really has some, but I mean like again like CGI, right? So like I don't know, dude. We'll just move on past that one. A costume design, I think they're all pretty cool costume wise for the most part. I mean, some of them were lame than other ones. Like, I mean, I think like obviously some of the best ones are going to be like the ones where you have more Marvel heroes on screen. Like if you think Endgame, Infinity War, I mean those ones obviously kind of do a little bit better. Directing, gives a fuck. Actually, that's it. I'm not gonna go through all this. I'm not gonna relitigate all these again. And just thinking of like best actor and actresses. Oh, I guess we could do best picture. I guess I could do Best Picture. Right? I think Best Picture is fun. I feel like the ones people consider are the funs for are the individual actor and actress, and then the Best Picture. So I will do Best Picture. Director, I think it's starting to become because now we're starting to really. Tell me, we've always done. Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese. Directors have always been a big part of like how you view movies. I'm not gonna act like that's something that's now a new thing, but I really think people are like fanatics of directors at certain points. Um, and some people are like haters of directors. Like a director now more than ever, I think, is currying a certain reaction that can really make or break a movie, or really give a movie a chance it probably didn't deserve. I think like Taika Waititi having his name or something like a couple years ago would have been like, oh my god, this is gonna be a success, and now it's like, I don't know about that. In the same way, like D&D will never get another job ever. uh, Benioff and Weiss, they'll never get another job of real merit because the reaction to them will be so visceral that it'll be dead on arrival. So let's look at this best picture that we'll leave out of here. All right, so I'm looking at the list one more time just to see what I would consider that. I think off the top of my head, I can pretty much guess. Um, in game, actually, no, I'll give Infinity War. You can't give both because it's like a fucking it's one movie, right? And you got to give one of the two. I'll give Infinity War because that's when you first see Thanos. That's when you see the snap happen. You get the kind of the reaction of people who got snapped away. Um, I think you get some really interesting individual moments that are not as homogenous as I think in game. Because I mean, in game, pretty much everybody wants to get everybody back that died, right? Infinity War is a little bit more varied, I guess. You're trying to protect against a snap for the most part, but like there's individual moments I think are a little bit different. Um, and it's the first one. Like the scope of that movie is one of one, and is the first one of the two. Well, actually, it's one of two. It's the first one of the two that has that scope. So I'm gonna give. There's some very touching emotional moments in game two, but if I had to give one of the two the nom, I'd give Infinity War the Best Picture nom, which it might have gotten that nom. I'm not sure, but I would. The way that the committee looks at these, I'm pretty sure they probably didn't. All right, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a Spider-Man nerd. Spider-Man is my favorite franchise, and like all the comic shit outside of anime type stuff. But as far as comics go, like Spider-Man was my thing, man. Um, and I gotta get Far From Home. But the thing is, Far From Home, I'm something that I was not going to take into account movies that came out that year in any of these, and I have not to this point. But Far From Home came out. Wait, that's 2019. Fuck Far From Home. I meant No Way Home. No Way Home came out 2021. Fuck Far From Home. Fuck that. No Way Home hit some fucking holes that no movie has hit for me. I know nostalgia should not be a selling point in the way that this film uses nostalgia and cameos and all that. What came out in 2021 that like you can't even like go, no. I refuse to say that No Way Home didn't at least comparably entertain me to this movie. No Way Home is an entertaining as I don't give a fuck what you say. That's an entertaining movie. That is a at the very least an entertaining movie. You cannot see Doc Ock see this new Spider-Man, um, the like Holland and Garfield crossovers, like their conversations. Um, Ned, like, I think it's a pretty close, objectively like entertaining like moments. At least the first time you watch the movie. Now I can imagine the luster of this film kind of wears off as you like realize, hey, the most it has going for it is that like everybody from fucking 10 to 15 years ago came back except James Franco. Dude, they had James Franco. This is like a 10 out of 10 movie. I'm not, listen, I don't care what he did. He deserves to get blackballed. I understand that. But that motherfucker was amazing in Spider-Man 3. That fucking like turn around and hit you with that fucking, that wait, dude, that shit is incredible. He was such a good asshole. In real life, well, I guess you can't be a good asshole in real life, but on the big screen, I love James Franco as a fucking piece of shit. And god damn it if he wasn't amazing Spider-Man 3. At least give him a cameo. I understand that what he did was horrible shit. I'm not making fun of that. I'm not making light of that. None of that. But god damn it, dude, he was so good in Spider-Man 3. He deserved to be at least in a cameo. Um, but he's untouchable. You can't fucking touch James Franco right now. Um, I gotta give No Way Home. I gotta give No Way Home a nomination. I understand it should not. It shouldn't. It shouldn't get one. But like, doesn't it feel like some people in that just cast deserve that for what they did for that franchise? Like if you think about how much shit Garfield got for how disappointing that franchise felt in the light of the trilogy, and then we think about like this was a low point. I feel like, well, not a low point, but like Sony, yeah. So Sony was dead in the water in comparison to Marvel, this fucking massive, like budding franchise. 2012, when I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 would have came out. You have basically this is when Marvel became like this foundational, like the foundation was there, like it succeeded. Um, and Sony franchise, Sony Fox comparison, what they had to put out there was just fucking trash in comparison. Um, but I think Garfield did what he could for that. I like Garfield. I liked Jamie Foxx. And then the original trilogy. I mean, like we consider this shit gold now, but like at the time, like it was not considered. This fucking wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I mean, Spider-Man 2 was beloved. Spider-Man 1 was a success. Spider-Man 3, I think, did well commercially, but it wasn't exactly critically acclaimed. Um, Spider-Man 2, who got who? Like, I'm not even gonna look it up. Who do you think got a fucking Oscar for Spider-Man 2? Do you think anybody, Raimi, Tom Holland, I always forget Emma Stone. Is it Emma Stone or Emma Watson? Is Emma Watson? No. Emma Stone. Emma Stone, yeah. I always get that confused. Hermione's Emma Watson, and then Emma Stone is Mary Jane, and Doc Ock. You think he got it? No one got a fucking nomination for that fucking movie? I'll look it up right now. This is the end of the video here. We're gonna see who the hell in Spider-Man 2 got a nomination. Wikipedia. I'm not even gonna type in Oscar because they didn't get a nomination. I'm gonna type in Oscar. I'm not wasting my time. Alfred Molina. That's his name. Kirsten Dunst. Where the hell did I get Emma Stone from? Was Emma Stone not in that franchise? Kirsten Dunst. Okay, that sounds right. Yeah, yeah. She was like damn it tall and Tom Holland, if I remember correctly. Um, it won Best Visual Effects. Holy fuck, it did! It won Best Visual Effects. It was nominated for Best Sound Mixing and Best Sound. That doesn't even count, dude. Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. It doesn't even count. So it won Best Visual Effects. That's crazy. I don't give a fuck about the sound ones. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Like, it wasn't a better movie 2004 with better. Motherfucker, I was watching uh, what was what was the fish movie with fucking Will Smith? The car or shark, not Shark Tales. The car wash movie, but I don't know what the fuck it was called. When did that come out, dude? I'm gonna type in Shark Tales. Will Smith Oscar. Oh wait, I can't type in Will Smith Oscar anymore because the fucking Oscars. But his character in that movie was called Oscar. Um, I can't type in Oscars though. Shark. It was called Shark Tale. Oh shit. My fucking brain is huge. That was 2004. That movie had a better sound score than fucking Spider-Man 2. I knew that shit. Dude, I'm an auteur. I know this shit. Shark Tales had a better score, sound editing, whatever the fuck you want to call it, than fucking Spider-Man 2. That shit. I'm gonna say that shit does not have those other nominations. It can have best visual effects because that was the one where that was the one where they had like the fucking the explosion go off, and then they had like the fucking they had the skeletons get fucking melted by the fucking like literally the skeletons. No, that was Spider-Man 1. That was when Green Goblin threw the bomb on like, that balcony, and then when it exploded, people just turned like these fucking awful CGI skeletons. But like at that time, it's probably pretty decent. Spider-Man 2, they didn't have any fucking CGI skeletons in Spider-Man 2. But they did have Kirsten Dunst, who was the redhead, and I just thought it was Emma Watson. I'm not sure. Fuck, hold on. I'm not gonna do this. No, this is a 30-minute movie video. It's like basically a movie of itself. 30-minute video, basically the same level of substance in this fucking video as in like last like 5 Marvel movies combined, honestly. So, I'm sorry, dude. Marvel has been on a fucking L so far in Phase 4, and I think they're now in Phase 5. Which Phase 5 was started like fucking trash because Ant-Man and Quantumania was not good. I'm not gonna relitigate Marvel movies because the shit's. I got Marvel fucking reviews on this channel if you want to watch those. God damn, man. They got it. They got to get this shit together.